Hold on. I'm supposed to keep doing something. Son of a Oh my god. Okay, well, anyway, I made a whole thing that you can't see because I made it and you can't see it. So, uh, my total bad. But anyway, that song was made by my son. Play the Fool. That song was made by my son. Play the Fool. He's a clown. It's fantastic. He's my oldest son. But he made that song. And I'm here supposed to be going live. Um, it's Saturday. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm totally bored. Um, I don't know what to do. I'm totally bored. I was gonna wait for a couple of people to get in. I guess I was gonna check how my streaming shit is. Give me a second. I will be right back. Don't forget to share this out, press like and subscribe. We'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. So, Michael, what are you wanting to do? You're about to make your coffee. I thought you were already making your coffee. I got mine done just in time. Cheers. I was hoping Miss Muddy was coming, but I guess she's not coming. I was hoping. It's brewing. All right. So, do we want to go on with some more of Abraham's story? Because I don't really know what to talk about. I'm not much of a remembering what to talk about person. I'm not allowed to watch the news, not allowed to follow politics, not allowed to do anything like that because I'm an extremist. Or so I'm told anyway. Oh, Brandon Straka's live. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but he's live. Hey, Miss Muddy, are you as bored as we are? I was gonna go live stream earlier, but I got caught up and had to do some stuff. So was not able to. Do we want to go on with some more of Abe? Or do you guys got anything you want to talk about real quick? Oh, I'll tell you guys. I went to live on Rumble and I didn't get no viewers and no new subscriber on Rumble. So I'm not going live on Rumble. I'm live on Facebook because at least my cousins watch on Facebook. They might not listen, but at least they put it on in the background. Ooh, what are you multitasking, Miss Muddy? And isn't kind of late in the evening to be multitasking? It's a pain in the ass. Do you want to be a YouTube mod? Hold on. I'll make you a moderator. Oh, I remember what I have to do. I have to watch my own live stream. Huh. Here we go. I'd add as moderator. There you go. Now you're a moderator, cousin. Now type something. Your name will be Blue. All right, let's see. Hey, there you go. That's pretty awesome, ain't it? So let's go on with this Abraham story, right? We are on chapter. We had when. Oh, yeah. We have a heavy wind advisory here. I had all my windows open in case there was a tornado. Because your house won't get all fucked up if you have your windows open. Honestly. Yeah, I don't like being mods on channels. I make them stop that immediately because I have a power problem. I have a problem with power and control. But we are on chapter 20. All right, you guys ready? And Abe journeyed from there to the south and dwelt between Kadesh and Stir. Oh my God, why can't I read? Because it's so late. And Abraham journeyed from there to the south and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur and stayed in Gerar. Now Abe said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God Abimelech in a dream by night and said,
You are a dead man. You're like the Undertaker. Yeah, oh, dead man walking. Yeah, that's you. 'Cause you did some bad shit. Don't you know this lady? This lady right here, this pretty lady. She's married to that man. So, all kinds of bad shit on you and your house. Yeah. So, yeah. And then,
Abimelech was like, I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do nothing. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even touch her. She's all the way over there. She ain't even in my room. I didn't even do anything. That's so bad. All right. So Abimelech called Abe and was like, what did you do? Why? Why? You were a man of God. You could just say, I'm a man of God. Yeah, but that wouldn't have worked out for real. Anyway, Abimelech told Abe, now God has cursed me because of you, and you can have your wife and all your shit and all the shit that I gave you. You can have it all back. You just got to bless me. So Abe said, um, well, first off, I said she was my sister because y'all would have killed me. This God man shit. No, and you know that. So, but she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. And it came to pass when God caused me to wander from my father's house that I said, look, always say you're my sister, right? Always. And then Abimelech gave Abe sheep and oxen and animals and some servants. And he restored Sarah to him. And Abimelech said, look, I haven't done nothing mean to you. And I already asked you if you would bless me, and you said yes. So can you? Hey, Nolly, we're having a good time. Okay. So Abe prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and all of the people in his house. And now we're at chapter 21. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah as he has spoken. For Sarah conceived and bore Abe a son in his old age, at this time which God had spoken. And Abe called the name of his son who was born to him Isaac. Then Abe circumcised his son when he was 8 days, as God commanded. Now, Abe was 100 years old when Isaac was born, and Sarah said, God has made me laugh, and all who hear will laugh with me. She also said, who would have said to Abe that Sarah would nurse children? I bore him a son in his old age. So the child grew and was weaned. He was weaned. And Abe made a great feast on the day Isaac was weaned. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar. Okay. Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, who she born Abe, scoffing. Therefore she said, you need to make him leave. Look, you have to make them leave. It's too much for me. I'm all postpartum depression and I can't stand looking at his face. Okay. But God, so Abe was kind of like perturbed, like, I don't know about this, right? He was really perturbed. So then he went and asked God, and God was like, uh,
Do not let it be displeasing in your sight because of the land or the bondswoman. Whatever Sarah has said to you, listen to her. For in Isaac your seed will be called. Yet I will also make a nation of the bondwoman, because he is your seed.
this is so fucked up. This is out of control. I told Dawson about this story the other day. I said, listen to what this motherfucker did. Look, Abe rose early in the morning and took bread and a skin of water, and putting it on his shoulder, he gave it and the boy to Hagar and sent her away. Then she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water in the skin was used up, and she placed the boy under the shrubs. He's fucking 13, 14. He's 14 at this point. He's 14 years old, and he doesn't know how to go get food. Look. And then she sat down across from him at a distance, for she said, let me not see the death of the boy. So she sat opposite of him and lifted her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. Then the angel of God called out to Hagar from heaven and said,
Hey, Hagar, Hagar, what is wrong? Why are you sad? Look, look, you're fine. Look, you're fine. Look, arise, lift up the lad and hold him with your hand, for I will grant him I know what the hell is going on. So, Hagar, what is going on? Don't be scared, because I heard the boy crying. Listen, go get him, for I will make him a great nation.
then God opened her eyes and she saw the well of water. And she went and filled the skin with water and gave the lad a drink. So God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. He dwelt in Paran, and his mother took a wife from Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Phicol spoke to Abe, saying, look, God is with you and all you do. Now swear by me swear to me by God that you will not deal falsely with me or my offspring, but do according to the kindness that I have shown you. You will do to me and the land which you have dwelt. And Abe said, Did I do something? Like, I've been fine and you've been fine, right? Then Abraham rebuked Abimelech. Speaking of, what's going on with my wells? Do you see this? And Abimelech's like, I had no idea about it. Nobody preaches like this. Not even the ones that pretend to be cool. So, like, oh yeah, Abimelech. Abe told Abimelech, what about my wells? And Abimelech was like, I have no idea about that. Right. And then Abe took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech. And the two of them made a covenant. And Abe set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And then Abimelech was like, sup with this, yo. And Abe was like, you will take these 7 lambs from my hand. These 7 lambs from my hand, that they may be my witness that I have dug this well. Therefore, he called that place Beersheba, even though it was already called that, because the two of them swore an oath there. Thus, they made a covenant at Beersheba. So Abimelech arose with Phicol, and they returned to the land of the Philistines. Then Abe planted a tamarisk tree in Beersheba, and there he called on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abe stayed in the land of the Philistines many days. Dun, dun, dun. So, what do you guys think so far? It's pretty wild, right? Oh my God. I wanted to smoke a cigarette. Oh, here it is. Okay. How's your coffee, Michael? How's your multitasking, Miss Muddy? Okay. So now we're at chapter 22. Now it came to pass. All right. This one I actually might have to preach. So let me smoke this cigarette because this is very meaningful. Because if you're ever playing, really, if you're ever trying to get in God's good graces and you haven't passed a test, if you ask God for help, make sure you're ready to pass the test. That's exactly what I'm doing. Really, I wish I had a joint. I'd smoke a joint right now. Okay. So, let me get more comfortable. Okay. Here we go. So, now it came to pass after these things that God tested Abe and said, Abe,
Abe, did you like that? Abe, check it out. I got something I want to. Hold on. I got something. I need you to do something for me. It's going to be great. It's going to be so fun. Well, it might not be fun for you, but it is so funny. Look, here's what I need you to do. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah and offer him as a burnt offering. It'll be great. Do it on one of the mountains that I tell you.
So, Abe, he wants to pass the test of God. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to pass the test of God. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to offer up my only son because I believe God's got my back. You know, because he's doing stuff for God and he's acting like he cares. And God's like, I want to know if you really care. So do this really hard thing for me and then I'll find out. Yes. Indica is the heroin of weed. Sativa is the cocaine of weed. And I'm not much of a downer person. I've never done heroin. That's not true. I tried to smoke it once, threw up for 3 days. That was the worst shit ever. But anyway, Abe is like, I want to pass this test for God. You know, so he gets Isaac and all of his stuff together in the wood and he's dun 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 dun, right? And Isaac's like, yeah, but we don't have an animal. And Abe's like, don't even worry about it. It's totally okay. So then they get to where they're going. And they get to where they're going. And Abe tells his servants, relax right here. Me and the boy are going to go up there. And if I was Isaac, I don't know if I'd be scared at this point, but you're definitely going up here for an offering and there's no animal. And then your dad just knocks you out as soon as you get up there and then lays you on some wood and gets ready to cut you open. And then all of a sudden you hear,
Stop in the name of God before you break my heart. Hey, don't do that to him. Yeah, look over there. I just wanted to see if you would do it. I was betting with myself if you would or not, but it turns out you were dead serious. You passed the test. Look, you get all the prizes. You win the lottery. Sacrifice your everything to me, and you will be great.
so they went back. Uh, uh, so they go walking back down the mountain, and I'm sure Isaac is like done for, like completely freaked the fuck out at this point, right? Okay. So Abraham returned, uh, and they went together to Beersheba, and Abe dwelt in Beersheba. Now it came to pass after these things that it was told to Abraham, indeed, Milcah, has borne children to your brother Nahor, Huz, Buz, Kemuel, Chesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlith, Bethuel. And Bethuel begot Rebekah. These ate Milka Borataneor, Abe's brother, his concubine, whose name was Remuel, also bore Terah, Gaham, Tahish, and Mayaka. I don't know whose concubine he's talking about, but anyway, this is where we meet Becca. They lace heroin plus targets. I don't know, but I know indica is a downer, and I am not about downers. So, do we want to keep going? 24 is rather long. So, yeah, why don't we do 23 and then we'll do 24 tomorrow during the day, I think. I don't know. Or we can just sit around and talk. What do you guys want to do? Because I'm not really doing anything per se. I mean, I don't have. Quit leaving things up to me because I am so. I'm really bad at making decisions because I don't ever know if it's the right one. Because either way it goes, it works out for me. Because if I stay, I've got you two to talk to. But if I go, I've got wrestling videos that I could be watching. I've been watching a lot of Attitude Era wrestling lately. I miss wrestling so bad. I forgot how much I like wrestling. Oh, yeah. Speaking of your thing, what kind of contract? You should learn a lot of legalese to make a contract. What kind of contract? Okay. Yeah. I do ramble a lot. Miss Muddy, are you still here? She might not still be here. She should be here. What kind of contract is that? I got I got something stuck right there. I don't know how to get it. Oh yeah, do not disclose. Do you want to talk about that other thing or no? Michael, are you done multitasking, Miss Muddy? I got something stuck. Like right there. Mm, I think I got it. You have kids? Oh, I feel so bad for you. I mean, I have kids too, but they're all fucking pretty much grown. Okay. I'll put you on and you can tell everybody. I'll put you on the microphone. Just go ahead and call me. Oh, there's a flood watch. All right. If you want to call, you can call. You won't even be able to see you. I'll put it this way. I got it perfect. So if you want to call. Okay, hold on. What the fuck?
That's not the audio.
All right, hold on. Go ahead.
All right. Is the audio working all right?
Can you hear it? I can hear it.
No, I can hear you, but I had to X out the YouTube to listen to you.
Oh, well, I can hear you.
All right. So where should we begin?
Well, begin with what your story is. How long were you dating that girl?
Oh yeah. All right. So I got into a relationship. It started off pretty good, but she was a little loopy, and well, she did get pregnant by me, and she used to hold the pregnancy above my head, and she used to hold abortion above my head, and she used to threaten to get abortion unless if I always like caved into her demands. Now this would be, wanting to get fancy perfumes or whatever, or, going out to fancy dinners and all that stuff. And every time that I'd be like, hey, why don't we go for a more reasonable option? Right? She would just like always act like she's very good to get abortion, and she also tried to force me to cut out friends, family, even my own parents, which is I refuse to do. And eventually, she just kept on crossing over so many boundaries to where I had to break up with her. Then she went ahead and, went to go get an abortion to get revenge against me. And, well, that's where I'm at now. And I honestly, personally think that using abortion as a means of revenge and control should not be illegal.
And what have you done about it so far? Who have you written?
Say again?
What organizations have you written? What have they said to you?
Yeah, I run to quite a few senators and governors and whatnot, and a few pro-life organizations. I talked to the president of like pro-alliance group, and yeah, he's basically what he says: don't stick your dick in crazy, and this is the worst case he ever heard of.
So have you talked to any lawyers or?
Trying to get to a lawyer because I want to get it to a point where it's illegal to use abortion as revenge, because abortion should be left for like ectopic pregnancies or molar pregnancies or stuff like that.
It seems like a lot of the women who are like all for abortion are the kind of women that use it for revenge. My
Yeah,
body,
there's a
my
lot of guys that
choice.
go through this, but they have not reported it.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. Uh, so, um, have the pro-life people given you attorney names or anything?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Have you talked to a couple lawyers or anything?
I am trying to get a lawyer.
Huh.
Hello?
No, I'm here. I only know of one. Sean something. He's shit. I
I'm listening.
don't remember his name, but it's Sean
God.
something. His name is potentially criminal. He has a YouTube channel and he's an Ohio lawyer.
Oh, okay. I'll have to check him out then.
Yeah, his name is potentially criminal.
I'll have to check it out.
Yep.
All right, what's the chat saying about it?
Nothing.
Do you have any questions?
So how did your family feel about it?
Well, you are my family. You're my cousin. Well, my immediate family, like my parents and whatnot, they think she's rather evil for doing that. Yeah, the family I grew up with thinks that she's rather evil for doing it. And well, you're my cousin, so you're my family. So what do you think?
I think it's shit, and I think it's stupid. It's not something that I personally could ever think could happen. But
Yeah.
now that it's happening, it's like, oh yeah, I can see this. But I never thought of it before. And I definitely never thought it would happen to anybody I know.
Yeah.
Especially someone who wants to keep his seed away from crazy.
Preferably.
It's crazy.
Yeah, she tried to act normal at first and begin the relationship. That's how they hook you up. You know what I'm saying? They make you think that they're all normal, all cool, whatnot. And then once they get further down into the relationship, some people could last a few months or up to a year, and then eventually the mask slowly slips away until you see the true colors.
Dustin said that's what I did. It's like, no. You knew I was crazy when I was 18. Like, Dustin's been my boyfriend since I was 18.
Gotcha.
Yep. We've been together for a very long time. And I never once thought of an abortion. I knew people who had some before, but I don't know them anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I know people who had abortion before, but it's for a completely different reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't implant right and it's going to kill them. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like a molar pregnancy, or it was, just different things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Miss Muddy,
Yeah,
what do you think? Trying to ask Miss Muddy what she thinks about this craziness. I can't believe that. I can't believe that's even a thing that people do.
Yeah, it's a thing. Apparently, it's also a thing where boyfriends try to force their girlfriends to get abortions. Honestly, those dudes need a good ass beating.
Yeah. I told Dustin, I said, I never knew having an abortion could be, used as abuse. And Dustin goes, because it couldn't. I said, yeah, I know. Because
Well, it should have.
they would have never let that happen. Even if I wanted to. Dustin, they would have never let that happen.
Oh yeah, I try not to let that happen, but her dad was talking about like bringing a gun onto campus to deal with my ass and all that stuff, and I'm like, okay. So yeah,
and then
her mom's fucking a lunatic.
Miss Muddy said it sounds like she has mental health problems.
Yeah, by a lot.
That's crazy. Man, I feel really bad, Michael.
Oh no, you're good.
No,
I'll try to get the story out there.
This thing shouldn't be happening to anybody, and it's kind of crazy. And I feel really bad. But what if the senators have any of the senators written back?
Well, okay, so I have reached out to a bunch of governors and senators. Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio told me to get in contact with some of my legislators, which is they're the ones that could like write up the laws and whatnot, to be put onto his office, and he could like vote it in or not. So it's like, okay, so I start writing to some of the legislators, and I haven't really heard back from them. Well, I heard back from one of them. The other one I haven't quite heard back. But you gotta figure I am going through the mailing system rather than like other means. So I just have to. It's a waiting process at this point.
Why don't you just email them, Michael?
Yeah, I do kind of need to be doing that too. Like email them too.
Good. So what's this contract that you're working on?
Yeah. Okay, I'm already like do not discuss, but it's for like an art project. It's really nothing big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anything else going on?
That'll be about it, honestly. Do you have any questions about what I'm trying to do?
Miss Muddy, do you got any questions? I don't have any questions. Michael, do you want to jump back in chat?
Yep, I guess I'll head back in chat.
All right, love you.
All right, you too.
Bye. He's coming back into chat, Miss Muddy. Dope. All right. Why don't we do chapter 23 and then we'll move on to chapter 24 tomorrow? Because chapter 24. Okay. Okay. It is wild shit, Michael. Ricky Michael. Okay. So we're on chapter 23. And it says, Sarah lived 127 years. These is how the okay. Sarah lived 127 years. She died in Kirjath Arba, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. And Abe came to mourn for Sarah and weep for her. Then Abe stood up from before his dead and spoke to the sons of Heth, saying, I am a foreigner and a visitor among you. Give me property for a burial place among you, that I can bury my dead out of my sight. And the sons of Heth answered Abe, saying, Hear us, you are a mighty prince among us. Bury your dead in the choicest of burial places. None of us will withhold from you his burial place, that you may bury your dead. Then Abe stood up and did the face thing to the people, and he spoke with them, saying, If it is your wish that I bury my dead out of my sight, here and meet with Ephron, the son of Zohar, for me, that he may give me the cave of Machpelah, which he has, which is at the end of his field. Let him give it to me at the full price as property for a burial place among you. Now, Ephron dwelt among the sons of Heth, and Ephron answered Abe in the presence of all who entered the gate of this city. No, he said, hear me. I give you the field and the cave that is in it. I give it to you in the presence of the sons of my people. I give it to you. Bury your dead. Then Abe did the face thing before the people of the land and said, If you give it, please hear me. I will give you money for it. Take it from me, and I will bury my dead. So Ephron answered Abe, said, My lord, no. It's 400 shekels. Look, it's $400. What is that between you and me? So bury your dead. And Abe listened to Ephraim and weighed out the silver which he had. He weighed out the silver, the 400 shekels. So the field of Ephron, which was in Machpelah, which was before Mamre, the field and the cave that was in it, and all the trees that were in the field, which were in all the surrounding borders, were deeded to Abe as a possession in the presence of his sons, before all who went in at the gate of his city. And after this, Abe buried Sarah in the cave in the land of Canaan. So the field and the cave were deeded to Abe by the sons of Heth as property for a burial place. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's the end of chapter 23. Chapter 24 is way long, and we're almost at an hour. And yeah, this is going to be way long, so we'll wait till tomorrow. Has anybody got anything to say or talk about or anything? No? Okay. Well, all right, then we're going to end right here. We're going to pick up on chapter 24 tomorrow. I want to tell you, don't forget, please press like and subscribe, and I will figure out how to do my entering thing. And again, remember the beginning song was my son. His name is Play the Fool. He's on YouTube. He is a clown and he is amazing. He's a great little DJ guy. Anyway, I want to tell you, yes, get off here and focus on your stuff. I love you guys so much. Press like and subscribe. Have the greatest day ever. No. Go give your pillow some head and your sheets some ass and have